From KGW, this is Friday Night Flights with Orlando Sanchez, sponsored by Carl's Jr.
What is good, everyone? My name is Orlando, and this is Friday Night Flights. The playoffs are heating up in round number 2. The brackets take us to the 8-9 matchup, and a pair of programs that have been standard bearers over the last decade. Jesuit visiting Clackamas. The Clackamas fans with a message for Jesuit. The Crusaders, though, had other ideas. Down by a point with just over 5 minutes left, and that's Lonnie Burt for the TD. Then the Crusaders defense came up big. Tyree Blake picks off the pass and turns it into a pick 6. The celebration on for Jesuit. Crusaders on to the quarterfinals after a 19-7 win. Let's head west. Jesuit will next face the winner between McNary and top-seeded Lake Oswego. Copfield, the place to be. Let's get defensive. McNary's Jake Payton. Welcome to the show. That is a sack. The Lakers, though, return the favor. Calvin Macy, a bad man and a nightmare for opposing QBs. Speaking of quarterbacks, Jack Lane spending some quality time in the end zone. Lake Oswego moves on with a 35-14 win. Sky 8 braved the rain and fog for a little while tonight, starting at Hillsborough Stadium for Mountainside and Central Catholic. The weather couldn't keep the people away. Playoff energy in full effect. Shout out to the Central Catholic defense, setting the tone. Zach Grisham locking it down. Dude was everywhere. 2 interceptions in the first half. And the Rams cashed in. Ellis Bynum, 1 cut and it's home. All gas, no brakes, 70 yards to the house. Crew Noonan and company poured it on, throwing darts all over the field. Central Catholic into the quarterfinals with a 48-17 victory. They'll meet the winner of this game, Sky 8, overhead as Sherwood visited West Salem. I missed that black hole turf. It was dope. Second quarter, Sherwood firing. Bjorn Bergstrom. Producer Craig, he won't get that name wrong. Going for the long ball. That's Cody Hall, 79 yards through the trees and fog. Hall had 3 touchdowns. Sherwood, the 21st seed, moves on. 35-27 your final. If you like offense, Tualatin was the place to be in round 2. Westview and Tualatin, they can light up the scoreboard. When you're hitting the field, high fives are a must, right? Westview making noise on the road. Sam Levitt doesn't like his options, hits the road himself, ducks and dodges his way in from the 26. Smooth. Tualatin turned to the Malik Ross show. Just unstoppable on his way. I told you, dude is a certified problem. Then the special teams take over. And another one of our old friends, Jack Wagner, ends up with it in the end zone. Tualatin wins big, 58-25. They'll get Summit next week. The Storm beat Roseburg 37-19. Let's head down to Eugene. The Lakeridge Pacers looking to keep their season going as they visit Sheldon. And Lakeridge wasn't messing around. Second quarter, Ryan Oliver drops it off to Lucas Burkeen. Everyone's invited to the block party. No one touches him. Pacers take a 13-7 lead. On their next drive, Jake Reichel back on Friday Night Flights. Go ahead, ring him up. This was all Lake show. Pacers upset Sheldon. Final count 40-7. They'll get the winner of this game. South Salem visiting West Linn in Oregon City. Lions cheerleaders had plenty to cheer about. West Linn dominated. This is the first series, and Mark Hamper going off. 55-yard touchdown. West Linn on top 7-0. Next time they have the rock, they drive right down the field. Chase Harmon connects with Lucas Reninga. 23-yard touchdown. West Linn moves on 55-9. In the 5A playoffs, Canby looking to make the semifinals, but in their way, the 2-time defending champs, Thurston. The Canby Cougar quickly moving up the KGW All-State mascot rankings, but it was all Colts on the field. Alex Boring goes to work on the money to Jacob Newell. Just like that, it's 10-0 Thurston. And they weren't done. Boring taking things into his own hands. Thurston moves on with a 20-0 victory. World War II veterans honored in Wilsonville. A salute to all the veterans. Chase Hicks, looking to give them a show, splits the Hood River Valley secondary. Kellen Harford off to the races. Later, Hicks gives Cooper Hyday a chance to show off his hands, and this is just salty. Wildcats weren't messing around. Wilsonville moves on, 42-14 at home. 11th seeded Dallas taking on number 3 West Albany. The Dragons looking to avenge a Week 4 loss. So here we go. Let us introduce you to Brock Duncan, bringing the sack lunch to work out of nowhere. But this is the type of night it was for West Albany. Check this out. Pass deflected, falls right into the hands of Riley Paxton. Dogs in business. Michael Kale, DeMarcus Houston cap off the drive with the touchdown. West Albany moves on with a 28-9 victory. They'll get a rematch with Silverton in the semifinals. Sky 8 got to Silverton and North Salem just before halftime, and then the fog rolled in, so the chopper had to land. But Silverton continues its run with a 22-0 win. The Foxes into the semifinals for the second straight playoffs. Up in Washington, the Kelso Highlanders kicking off the 3A state tournament, facing off with O'Dea up in Seattle. And it wasn't a good night for the Highlanders in the shadow of the Space Needle. Early turnovers did them in as O'Dea turned those into a lot of points. O'Dea wins it 52-13. Kelso's season comes to an end in the Emerald City.